Hi YouTube. Figured I'm gonna make another video this weekend. Besides the one that wouldn't upload until apparently Saturday, even though I did it on Friday. But anyway, got some bad news on this truck. The '98 GMC. Apparently, the back half of this frame, is got issues. Basically, what I'm saying is from basically we're at 4x4 right here back to here is got issues. It's like missing chunks of frame there, and the same thing on the other side and in between cross members. Now, however, the shock mounts are fine on this truck. I could build the in between, obviously, because it's a bolt-in deal. I mean, I've seen it, and I could actually honestly fix the other part, but I'm gonna have to slow down and stop on this build for a time being because it affected that car right there. Is basically, I need another vehicle besides that car. It is it's still driving great. Put some more fluid into it. It actually runs amazingly nice for what it is. This is the means to end card. I talked to my mom about it, and she doesn't really want to. This is just a means to end basically on this car. I thought about possibly getting a butter buddy. I got actually got another buddy that could actually fix it, the extra rust on there, but we're thinking just literally just ends. I mean, so it's just probably gonna be like I said. I'm gonna get it titled and new sticker put on the car before too long, just to be on the safe side, because I mean we're gonna have to have it. But what that means is that this truck is gonna get halted. What that means is that this is not gonna be a immediate rush build. In fact, it's gonna be the opposite. I think it's gonna be crawl. I had looked at a few trucks this week. They're not Chevy based, I'm not gonna lie about it. They're not Ford either, they're Dodge. I looked at a few Dodge trucks this week. Thinking about picking up another Dodge truck because it runs, it drives, and the frame is excellent. Two of the trucks I looked at, one of the trucks I looked at, which I'm going for that one, not the other one. But the other one's not bad either. It's not a bad option. And I still have another option too. I looked at two trucks this week, two Dodges and a Chevy on Suburban. One's a Suburban, that's the Chevy, and then I looked at two Dodge I'm not gonna lie about it, it's two Dodges. One is the truck looked like it came from North Carolina or South Carolina because it is completely rust free. When I say completely, I mean insanely clean. No rust on the inner and outer cab, inner or outer cab. The cab is in amazing shape. The frame is in amazing shape. The fenders are amazing shape. The hood, well, it's there. The bed has a little bit of rust, and when I say a little bit, I mean just right in this area, which I can easily patch up. That's why I'm not worried about it. It has nice exhaust on it. It's got color converters cut off and re-welded in with new pipe. It's not true duals, but it is got dual pipes coming out of it. Sounds pretty decent and it's got a 318 in it, so it's not terrible. And it's not actually it's not one of those vehicles that it's not super heavy either. And it's also a extended cab. It is automatic. It is 2-wheel drive. And yes, it does have a little bit of problems. The one problem it has is that it needs new heads. One side needs new heads, and the price is right. I looked it on to see how much a head cost. New sets of heads, head bolts, and everything. If I don't need push rods, which it doesn't look like I need it, but you never know until you pull the motor up. If I don't need to buy push rods, it's going to cost me $1,200 to do it. and it's pretty easy to do. So I'm pretty happy about that. I'm pretty stoked about that because the motor sounds great, other than it's got a miss, and then the reason why you hear it misses is because of the valve, more or less. Now, I also, if I didn't want to replace the heads, I know where another replacement motor, which is a 318, is for $500. And then I do is take it out of that one and then yank it, put it in this one. That, not this one, but that one, the one I'm gonna get. So I wouldn't look. Like I said, I'm kind of debating on which one I want to go with. I know both. Surprisingly, the one that's got the motor is I actually know them pretty well too. So it's not a big deal. I think it's awesome. Awesome guy, like I said. Easy to work with on the motor wise. In fact, I'd probably, if I offer a deal enough shit around, he also likes doing trade. So if I offer enough trade for it, I might be able to get that motor for hardly nothing. But even so, I mean, $400 really ain't bad for a motor, considering the fact that, But like I said, I'm leaning towards replacing the heads on it. But I'm also gonna look at the motor just in case, because like I said, I believe the motor's fine. It just needs to, because you can hear it tick. I mean, a valve problem on it, and it's most likely what the problem is. And the guy wants to get rid of it because he spent way too much money on the truck. And they told him it's going to be $500 for a valve job on replacing the valves and stuff on the motor, and that's honestly, that's way too high. So like I said, I'm pretty stoked about it. But yeah, for those who are wondering, the truck has brand new tires on it. It's the 31s. Basically, they're insanely nice. It's got brand new ball joints in it. It's also got a brand new swing. It's got swing arm on it. Brand new on that. It's got a lot of stuff on there that's brand new. That's looks incredibly good. I'm super stoked about it. I'm not even gonna lie about it. And like I said, I talked to the guy, and I'm hoping if he doesn't change his mind, because my guy, story on that one is that the guy who reason why I know about the motor is because the guy actually posted it on Facebook under the guy's post, and so I'm kind of wondering if he wants to buy the motor and just fix it himself. If he does, then oops, I'm out of the truck. Or if he's actually gonna let me go ahead and buy it. Anyway, this Thursday I'll message him again. I should have quite a bit of money to work with him on a deal, because he's willing to work with me a little bit. So hopefully I can get that truck. If not, I know where another truck's sitting at. So, or Suburban, depends on what route what it is. I guess I'm hoping for what all the Suburban needs is a rear end, which obviously this truck can give its rear end to the other truck, because the other truck is, the Suburban, it's got messed up rear end, but the body's not too bad shape. Definitely needs door bushings, but holy surprise! It is a Chevy OVS after all. But he's actually gonna look at this truck. Come look at this truck after work, around 6:30, 7 o'clock, and he might, and the keywords might want it, but like I said, I don't know. We already talked price, sort of, if he wants to do a deal on it, because I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not a big fan of frame repairs, but I know I can do it. I mean, it's not a big deal. In fact, that's why I said if he doesn't want it, then I will, and fixing the frame up a little bit, and getting the guy to do the cap corners and whatnot. It's not, like I said, it's not a big deal to do that, to be honest. It's not like it's way up here but I just don't want to be rushed doing this. This is something you don't want to rush on, honestly. I mean, I don't care what people say. You want to take your time on it. And like I said earlier, this is not a bad truck. It's one of those deals that's just going to take way too much to. For those who are wondering why I'm jumping ship on this truck or putting it on halt, the sticker dies at knife. Okay. What that means is that I have a whopping. I got until the 8th, pretty much. I have until the 8th to get another vehicle going before I have to title that car and put a sticker on it. Yes, I will do that anyway because I'm gonna have to. But you know, it'd be smart to have nice 2 vehicles up here. Well, not nice, but have 2 vehicles up here. One nice beater and other one, you know, decently nice. I would love to do that. So I'm running a little bit of time, and I want to get. And plus, I want to get it. I ain't gonna lie about it, guys. I really want another truck up here. I need another truck in my life at this. I need another truck in my life at this particular moment. I don't need a car. And someone would say, "Well, you can't. I'm not going to trade this car off for a truck." I've been offered so many stuff for this car. It's not funny. Like I got one person offered me a Grand Wagoneer. It has a little bit of issues, but it does run and drive. I just don't feel like fooling with it. In fact, I'll probably hit him up whenever I got the other vehicle going, because when I can afford to have when other vehicle's going, I can afford to have another car. I mean, it's something to tinker with. You get running that's 4-wheel drive. That's another thing too, is that both the trucks I'm looking at are the one I want is 2-wheel drive. And honestly, if you throw about 150 to 180 pounds in right between the fender wheels, which would be right here straight on the axle, you know, something's going to stay there, you'll go what you want to go. Now, I'm not saying use these kind of tires. These are basically radials or regular tires. I would run that and like that weight, plus I would run all-terrain tires, so they're actually really good. And like I said, I'm not hating on the truck or anything, because it's not truck's fault, truthfully. It's just one of those deals that I just don't want to fool with it. I mean, I ain't full of it, but I mean, that's why I said I'm not worried about being 2-wheel drive. Plus, I mean, we drove that car in the winter, front-wheel drive. It just fine. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, I had to call in like one time because, you know, to work because of the car. But honestly, I would, even if I had 4-wheel drive, I would have done the same thing too. I mean, because it was cold. When I say it was cold, I mean it was cold. The sucker got like that car stayed negative. I mean, that car, but that day it was straight up negative. Like when it was like 4, I got up where I work at, opening at my job. So 4 o'clock. Well, it's between 4 and 5 now. Thursday and Friday I'm opening at 4 o'clock. And then other days, Wednesday I run 5 to 1. And other ones I run 4 to 12. It was like when I looked at it, because I know my manager is up about 3 o'clock, the open manager. And I looked at it, and it was like freaking 2 degrees, 3 o'clock in the morning, and it was supposed to be and it was supposed to dip into like the negative numbers, and it did. It was -2, 3 degrees before 8 o'clock that morning. I'm sorry, but it had a lot of ice on it. It rained the night before. It had a lot of snow before, or slush crap, and it froze all up in this driveway. Like, all this driveway. I don't know how good this is going to show up on the picture, but yeah. As you can see, it's a steadily nice drop, right? Decently drop, right? This is how we turn around usually. We go all the way from there, put it right there. I'll tell you something. I don't know how good this is going to show on the camera, but that is a nice slide me downhill. Okay, what that means is, like, it wasn't a question of if I was going to get down the hill. It was going to be a question is how am I going to get down the hill? Believe me, I had to go in that day. It was too much ice on the thing on there. We would have slid down going down there. There's no way I was going to replace the car. Because those people are like, you likelihood of not smashing into that wall right there or the wall over there. There ain't no way. Or the house. I ain't gonna lie about it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's one of those deals that I don't think it would have made it. And I didn't get, if I was wondering, I didn't get fussed at. In fact, there was quite a few of them that called off. And we weren't really that busy that day. In fact, we were super dead. So that's another reason why I called them, because one, it was already ice on my hill, and two, when it's really that cold, there's not a whole lot of traffic. The job I work at is based on how, we have a labor thing. What that means is if we don't have a whole lot of customers, our labor gets high and we got some people home. So, you know what I'm saying? So just because, that's why you gotta use your head a little bit, people. I'm not saying call when it first snowflakes heads down the ground, but I'm just saying that when it's really bad, that's bad. Like I was talking about, like 2, 3 degrees, and it's definitely going to be hitting negative numbers all day. Use your head, use your common sense. Unless you're live really close to your house. Unless you live really close to your workplace and okay with walking to there, it ain't gonna be worth driving there. And believe me, if I lived a lot closer to where I worked at, I would have honestly just probably walked to work that day. In fact, I wouldn't be driving a whole lot, because if I'm being honest, I like saving a little bit of money here and there. And if I was like a mile and a half, I would actually honestly walk to work. But I live quite a bit further than that. So that's why I'm like, nope. In fact, I did that before. It was down there in the trail park. When I was living down in the trail park at one point. That's what I did all the time. I walked to work. It sucked, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't bad. The reason why it sucked was because it was all uphill. But I did it all the time. It was not that bad. I got there about 20, 25 minutes, just chilling, walking up the hill slightly. I'm not trying to wear myself out and get to work and then wear myself out. You know what I'm saying? More. But yeah, not a big deal. Now, this is getting long in the tooth, like I said, a little bit. But yeah, I figured I couldn't do, like I said, a little bit of update video. So this may be going away, it may not. And I'm definitely getting regardless, I'm getting I'm looking at another truck. I'm actually looking at 2 trucks or a Chevy Suburban. So if you're wondering about the other 2 trucks, I'll talk about the other truck. The other truck just needs AC fixed on, which I really, the AC needs to be fixed in it, which I don't care about. And then it has the exhaust manifold bolt that needs to be fixed. Once again, I really don't care as long as it runs and drives. And it's I know what it is, so and they're both basically around the same price, except that one's like an 02 model and one's quite a bit older. And they're both center cab, surprisingly, and automatic. So pretty excited about that part. The Suburban, like I said, it just needs a rear end. It has the motor. It's got good doors, pretty good, decent body on it. I'm not saying perfect because it's, it's the same with Dodge too. It's not bad, but it's not great. It's easy fixable though, honestly. And one's a coworker I work with. The other one is not the one I'm mainly wanting, but the other one. And then the other one is the two are definitely not. But I know them. Well, I know one of them. I don't know about the other guy, but he seems to be okay. Like I said, I'll look. That's the other thing about doing trades, of buying vehicles from people or trading with people. You get to know really quickly. You get to basically know about if you pick up if somebody's trying to scam you or not. You pick up on vibes. But this is actually a long video. I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here. I'll do another video today too, because I'm gonna explain what happened to this truck in more detail. Yeah, thank you for watching the video and have a great day.